In 1573, Oda Nobunaga drove Ashikaga Yoshiaki out of Kyoto, ending the Ashikaga Shogunate. In Total War Shogun II, history will once again repeat itself, only sooner. The Oda, a clan known for their superhuman farmers, will seize Kyoto and beat even the strongest of the samurai in just 3 years. As always, if you love Shogun 2 along with other strategy games, be sure to like and subscribe. Oda, legendary, let's go. As the Oda, we need to begin by crushing a rebellion to unify our clan. We will deal with this momentarily. Beginning with the Mastery of the Arts, we need to select Todofukin. It's going to take 5 turns. Once these 2 are finished, we will switch over to Bushido. We have 3 wars against the Imagawa, Saito, and Tokugawa, but we're going to deal with all of these wars rather quickly. Starting with the Saito, let's enter negotiations, request peace, request a trade agreement, arrange a marriage as well, and we will also make them a vassal. They're willing to accept all of this, and we can even get 250 koku from them, and they will accept. So let's go ahead and send the proposal. And there you go, we get a vassal on turn 1. With the Kitapatake, we are going to get an alliance with them. It's going to be useful to have them as an ally. They might betray you in the future, but again, the whole point of this run is to take Kyoto as soon as possible, so we don't need to fight any extra enemies at the beginning. So let's make the Kitapatake our ally. Let's consolidate our forces and attack the Oda rebels. This battle is going to be very easy, and I'm going to show you guys how to win it with minimal casualties. Alright, we're in the battle, and if you're on this battle map, typically the AI just concentrates over here on this hill. So what we're going to do is use this Ashigaru bow unit to slowly peel their units off the hill and defeat them in detail. On the higher difficulties in Shogun 2, you want to play patiently and precisely. With that, let's go ahead and begin. What I'm going to do is get our Ashigaru and place them over here at the bottom of this hill. Get the bow units, get the Arisam on that side as well, and bring our generals. Go speed 4 as they're not going to attack us. Since we attacked them on the campaign map, they're going to play very passively. Perhaps we can get a volley on this Ashigaru unit. The main goal is that we want them to pursue us. Let's go ahead and bring the bows back a little bit. Sometimes it's better to click instead of drag. Dragging is that, clicking is this. Oftentimes it's better to click. They respond to the order a lot more promptly. We'll do a rally even though we don't need to. Again, you can see they're already wavering just based off the sheer numbers. So we can get some more missile shots in. They're probably going to recover whenever they get back to those units there. Bit unfortunate. Yeah, they were able to recover. Let's pull back the Ari Samurai. Might take some casualties. It's alright if the Ari Samurai take casualties. It doesn't matter. We're going to get rid of them later. Alright, and now let's go into Yari Wall. If they pursue, that'll be good for us. Bring our general around here. Alright, now they are shattered. Very nice. So now we can pursue them with our general. Don't have the bows, continue firing. There's friendly fire, of course, so just give them a movement order and they won't fire. Then we'll take the fire at will off as well, because now their bow Ashigaru are coming into view, and they're probably going to target our general. What we need to do is move these Ashigaru units back along with the Ari Samurai. Let's go ahead and form up right here. Again, the AI is not going to do anything to us. Alright, we'll get a charge here. Side charge, going to be very useful. We'll pull back a bit. Some of those arrows are going to hurt. Voila. Oh my god, look at that charge. Right along the line. Perfect. And they're already wavering. Let's pull back. This Ashigaru unit is coming over this way. And they shattered. Lovely stuff. And now we can fire there. Let's bring our infantry up forward a bit. And again, we need to get our general out of this location. With that 170 kills, no casualties with that general. Let's get this Ashigaru unit up here to fight that Yari Cav. I'll actually get the Yari Samurai over there as well. We'll pop a rally, inspire that Ashigaru unit also. Let's get our bows back and get these 2 Ashigaru units up in front and center. That Yari Cav is just going to kill itself on our spear wall. We need to get this general over here to chase those fleeing or shattered units. Same with this general. Alright, we need to kill this Yari Samurai at least. It doesn't look like we're going to get that bow Ashigaru in time. Maybe we can get him with this general. Going to be quite a trip though. Oh, they came back. Wow, they came back right at the last second and actually hurt a general a bit. That's a bit unfortunate. I didn't even notice that. Wow. And now we can fast forward as we kill the fleeing troops of our enemy. Alright, so we dealt 664 and lost 71. Probably could have done a little bit better. Still, great results and a decisive victory. Alright, at this point, we're going to pursue them and eliminate the rebels once and for all. I'm wondering if we auto-resolve here how many casualties I'm going to take. Do I really risk it? I think we shall, and just see what happens. Alright, good. We took no casualties. And we have unified the Oda Clan, so we get Inspiring Endeavors, nice. We also get a general increase in rank. For these skill points with our daimyo, we're going to put them both in the Strategist trait, as it gives plus 20% to campaign movement range for all units. Under this man's command, it's going to be very useful for us, as we need that movement range in order to take Kyoto really quickly. Alright, now let's see if we get some good RNG with these retainers. Alright, for the retainers, we got Rishiki, or Legendary Biwa player. We're going to go with this one, as it gives morale for all of our units. Morale is everything in Shogun 2. Now that we've won that battle, let us go ahead and build some roads in Owari. Again, we just want that movement speed increase by 30% on roads. Additionally, we're going to recruit a Yari Ashigaru and a Bo Ashigaru. We're going to be recruiting these units a lot as they are the bread and butter of the Oda, and that's all we need to do, so let us go ahead and end the turn. You may have noticed that the Tokugawa have ventured into the province of Owari with their full army. You might think we need to fight them or defend Owari, but we need to do neither. In fact, we can defeat the Tokugawa in this war without even engaging them on the battlefield. I'm going to show you all a Shogun 2 magic trick. You're going to watch the Tokugawa army disappear before your very eyes. What we're going to do is take the army and move right around the Tokugawa into the province of Mikawa. And this is why you need to get the strategist trait for the daimyo, so that way we can avoid fighting the Tokugawa army, bypass them, and go straight to Mikawa. So we can go ahead and besiege Mikawa, and there's only the garrison defending, so let's go ahead and besiege. With only the samurai retainers, this is going to be an easy auto-resolve. And look at that, we lost 2 troops, how unfortunate. Sometimes you get lucky and lose none. Regardless, it's a decisive victory, so let us go ahead and take Mikawa. And watch this Tokugawa army right here. You can see that they're still there for now, but whenever we do this, and then we peacefully occupy...
Hey, what happened?
That's the beauty of using that magic trick in Shogun 2, and it's not really a magic trick. It's just that if an army from a clan you are fighting in a war only has one province, and their army is outside of their home province, and you take that home province, they immediately vaporize and disappear like they never existed. And that's totally historical. It definitely happens during the Sengoku Jidai that entire armies vaporized into thin air. All jokes aside, that's the most optimal way to take out the Tokugawa. We only took 2 casualties during the war. With the Tokugawa defeated, let's go ahead and repair the fort here in Mikawa. What we're also going to do is exempt the province from taxation. We don't want a revolt to happen with the Tokugawa in the future. Next thing we're going to do is get these 2 units and move them to Mikawa to centralize our forces and to help with the unrest. Additionally, in the province of Mikawa, we are going to recruit a Metsuke. This agent is going to oversee the settlement and help us with the unrest issues. Lastly, for this turn, we're going to go to diplomacy. We're going to go with the Kiso, get a trade agreement, and arrange a marriage. So let's just go ahead and send these demands. Next, we're going to enter negotiations with the Kitabatake. We're going to sell them military access. We're going to offer it for 20 turns, and we're going to demand 2,000. And this deal is satisfactory, so let's go ahead and send this proposal. With that extra income, we are going to build roads in Mikawa and then save the rest. Now we can go ahead and end the turn. All right, at this point, we're going to get this Metsuke, place them in Mikawa to oversee the settlement. Then we're going to move these troops in here as well. And now we have a total public order of 1. On this turn, we can get rid of this Yari Samurai. We're just going to disband it since it's really expensive upkeep cost, and we don't need them. And we're going to move these 2 troops over to Mikawa. We have plenty of leftover income, so we're going to build improved irrigation in the province of Mikawa, and we're going to save the remaining. Diplomatically, we're not going to do anything this turn, so we can go ahead and end the 3rd turn. All right, and this is perfect. The Imagawa army has ventured into the province of Mikawa, so that means we're going to be able to wipe them out relatively easily. Let us go ahead and consolidate our forces here so we can fight the Imagawa. We'll move out of Mikawa this way, put our troops inside the city, and then move them out to join our forces and attack the Imagawa. Let's just go ahead and start. It's no surprise again that the Shogun 2 AI loves to camp hills. They think they're Obi-Wan Kenobi, saying they have the high ground. But this is not Star Wars, it's Total War Shogun 2, and they are an AI, so we can take advantage of their passivity. Alright, once again, the plan is very simple. We're just going to try to defeat their units in detail, get them out of position on their own, isolate them, and eliminate them. Perfect, we got a Yari Ashigaru unit enticed to chase us. Let's get our other 2 bow units into position as well. We'll get another Ashigaru unit here, get the general as well this way. Walked them for a little bit just so that this Ashigaru unit thinks they can catch them. Let's go ahead and halt here. To have these arrows fire upon them as well. You don't see these types of arrows in the new Total Wars. Alright, looks like they're regrouping, which is perfect. We can continue our arrow volleys. Let's go ahead and inspire this archer unit for now. Increases their accuracy and reload. Let's charge in the back, it'll be very nice. Yep, lovely. Alright, good. Looks like we're getting a couple of their units forward. Most of their bow units, in fact. Once again, we'll inspire that bow Ashigaru unit. Looks like that Ashigaru is retreating, that's fine. Go ahead and get a charge here. Fall back a bit. Took some casualties there from those bows. You gonna make it in time before those Ashigaru get there? Barely. Need to really fall back, fall back, fall back. And there we go. Nice timely charge there. Looks like that Yari Ashigaru got away. That's okay though. We really want to just eliminate these bows. They're very deadly. Can we get this charge off? Ooh, lovely, lovely. Don't want to take casualties from our own arrows, but well, probably going to happen regardless. Alright, got that bow unit taken care of. Now it's time for this one. And now the main army is getting ready to move forward. Alright, let's go ahead and prepare for that. Fall back, fall back. Their general's moving forward. Perfect opportunity here to beat that general with ease. Other generals moving forward as well. Let's make this line just a bit longer. Get all these bows to focus fire here. Back there. Move forward. Forward. Pop a rally as well. Yep, their general is dying pretty easily. You don't even need to be in Yari wall over here. Let's go ahead and flank a bit. We caught them in the rear. Or at least on the side right there. So they're wavering. And the general's dead too. That also helps. And there we go. Looks like that's a clear victory. Alright, we took 204 casualties. Killed 1,000 though. Let's see. Bow Ashigaru with the most kills. Then the generals. Very nice. Alright, so at the start of this turn, what we're going to do is take our army here and siege Totomi. Looks like the Imagawa general will be involved in the fight. That doesn't matter. We can just auto-resolve this. Yep, only lost one. They lost all their troops. Going to occupy this. We get call to arms for 4 turns. Going to be very useful. Let's go ahead and repair this. We're going to build a sake den here. And let's go to diplomacy with the Imagawa here. Request peace. Make them a vassal. And get a trade agreement. They will accept this as they only have 1 province left. So let's go ahead and make this proposal. And there we go. We get our second vassal. Alright, we completed the art Todofuken, so let us go ahead and move over here and get Bushido. Let's move our main army into Mikawa for now. And the last thing we're going to do this turn is jack up the tax rate to very high. Again, it's a short campaign, so it doesn't matter about the public order, nor does it matter about the population growth being stunted by high taxes. We need that tax income to fund a large Ashigaru army. And with that, that's all we need to do, so let's go ahead and end this turn. Alright, we got sabotaged, probably by a Hattori ninja. Yasunaga is camped out in the woods over here, but we'll definitely be able to take out the Tsutsui army here. Alright, so the ninja damaged the fort itself, which means we didn't get these 3 Ashigaru units from Owari. Pretty sad. Let's just go ahead and repair this. Then what we're going to do is take our Metsuke here and try to apprehend this ninja. It's a 50-50, so hopefully we get a good RNG here. Perfect. They've been tried and executed. With the shinobi threat neutralized, let's go ahead and lower the tax rate back to normal. Let's take this army here and move them into Owari. And now hopefully we can make an attack on the Tsutsui. Yes, we can. And they ran away. That's alright though. Again, it's likely we're going to lose this vassal in Mino. Alright, let's see what happens here. Oh, the Hattori attacking. Oh, Yasunaga, yes! Perfect. Finally. A worthy opponent for the mighty Oda. We get to fight the Hattori in battle. This will be a perfect opportunity for us to wipe out their main army, retake Mino, and then march towards Kyoto. So let us go ahead and fight this battle. Alright, we're in the battle, and looks like this map has quite a lot of different terrain features, plenty of options in terms of how we want to defend against the Hattori attack. They also have Kisho training. Their units could be anywhere, really, so we have to prepare for that as well. Oh, they're right on us. Wow, alright. Let's just get a few volleys in, I guess, and meet them up on this hill. Alright, we need to flank around that way. Need to get these archers into the fight as well. Let's get that Ashigaru to attack the general. Need to engage those archers, that's the main thing. Or just the forces entering the battlefield. Looks like their general got into the fight too. Or no, there's right there. Okay. Our general's taking arrow fire. These bow units are susceptible to that unit over there. Let's bring these Yari Ashigarus up here to assume position on the hill. Let's flank before that Ashigaru unit gets us. Had the general attack that bow unit. Keep pushing forward. There we go, nice mass route there. Get out of Yari wall and move up, move up, move up. Alright, this looks pretty clean. This looks really clean. Yeah, that's a mass route. That's a mass route. Too easy. Wonderful, wonderful. Let's keep pushing. You know when the announcer says it's going to be true, and yeah, that is a decisive victory. Alright, so we killed about 2,300 of them and only lost 400. Very nice victory, and again, definitely needed to take minimal casualties, and that right there is a good amount of casualties to take for the amount of losses we dealt. We've mastered Bushido, so now we're going to strategy of defense, and we're just going to keep it like that. And let's take this army of Nobuhide. We're going to get an additional point in strategist and save the remaining skill point for when we get infantry leader unlocked. With those traits assigned, let's go ahead and attack Mino. Again, it's going to be a very easy victory with this garrison. We killed 780 of them and lost 0. You probably couldn't even replicate that actually fighting the battle. It would be very tricky. Much easier to just get the auto-resolve with no losses. Now it's imperative that we split up our forces here. Let's grab a good amount of troops from here. And what we're going to do is march back to Owari to fight the Tsutsui. I'm going to be skipping this battle for video time's sake. I hope you all understand. Alright, we got a decisive victory against the Tsutsui. Took a bit more casualties than I really needed to. All in all, still a victory, and we didn't lose any of our units, so they will replenish, which is the good thing. Now for our main army, let's move it back to Owari. And the Chiki Hattori sent a little small vanguard into the province of Owari. We'll go ahead and get our daimyo here to crush them. And they retreated. Not going to be a problem. Let's take this army outside of Mino. Auto-resolve. Easy victory. And now in Mino, let's take all of these troops that we can, leave behind one Ashigaru unit, and move this way. And with our daimyo, let us begin the march towards Kyoto. Let's go ahead and slowly go forward to see what's in Umi. Alright, we got an army outside of Umi. Perfect. We'll meet them on the field. Bring our general over here as well. Let us initiate the attack for Umi. Alright, they retreated. Let us go ahead and take the province then. It looks like they're still going to be in the battle, so we'll continue the siege. We'll bring these two armies forward to scatter these Hattori armies, take Umi, and then hopefully we can peace out with the Hattori, so that way we can focus on the Ashikaga. Send this army here to attack this army. They're going to retreat away, of course. Then we'll bring this army up right here as well. Bring this army here. And now we can besiege the settlements. Let us just go ahead and auto-resolve. Again, a very easy victory. Decisive, in fact. We only lost 228 men and they lost all of them. Umi is ours. Let's go ahead and peacefully occupy it. Let's see if the Hattori wants peace. Perhaps we can even vassalize them. Make them a vassal. Get a trade agreement. Lovely. And there we go, now we don't have to worry about the Hattori menace any longer. Also with the Ikoiki, we're going to sell them military access for 2,000. What we're going to do before we end the turn is jack up those taxes once again to get all of that extra income. Alright, the Imagawa were eliminated along with the Kiso, and we have mounting unrest everywhere, that's right. So yeah, the Hojo are going to be a little bit of a problem. Let's of course go ahead and lower these taxes, and now everything is back to normal. What we're going to do is take the entire army that's in Owari and march them all the way to Umi. We need to get them all the way over here quickly so that way we can besiege Kyoto. It's spring 1548 and it's time for the Ashikaga Shogunate to end. Everything's in place. Let's besiege Kyoto and end the Ashikaga Shogunate. 7,075 angry peasants, along with their daimyo and general, besiege Kyoto. The 5,044 defenders, many who are loyal samurai, will all die, along with their shogun, Ashikaga Yoshiharu, who will be the final Ashikaga shogun. Let the assault on Kyoto begin. Alright, so Kyoto is a city fortress. You can see it's surrounded by a moat with 3 bridges connecting to an outer wall here. It's a large city befitting of the massive Ashikaga samurai garrison, and they certainly have the quality, but we have the quantity, so we're going to throw as many bodies at these defenders in order to secure Kyoto. Alright, let's go ahead and unpause to begin. We'll go 2 speed as well. So from the onset, my main goal was to defeat this Ashikaga army here, prevent them from reinforcing the garrison inside Kyoto. We're going to cut off their access to this bridge. But overall, it looks like the engagement will begin here. So let's go back to normal speed. And the Bow Ashigaru here are in position to get a few volleys off. Looks like the Yari Samurai armor prevented many casualties there. You can see the light cav rushing out here as well. But now we're getting a few extra volleys on, so that'll be good. And that light cav is rushing towards our front line. Let's see, will they clash into the spears? Those bows are protected, but these ones are a little vulnerable. Pretty devastating charge there. Unfortunate that we couldn't defend them much better. Kind of hard to micro all of these units, but still, I'm a bit rusty, so that's probably why. You can see the Yari Samurai here are engaged in the Ashigaru in the front line. But it does not matter. Those Ashigaru are going to hold. Of course, we have them in Yari Wall, so they are going to defeat these Yari Samurai. You can see more Yari Samurai rushing into the front lines as well. Again, at this point, we're engaged on the center and on the right, whereas the left side, we've completely won here, got the daimyo over here to secure things. And at this point, the main issue are going to be these bow units of the Ashikaga raining arrows down on us. You can see these Yari Samurai fleeing the field as well, while more Yari Samurai rush to fill in the center ranks. And now we're going to push on this flank and attack these bow units. Again, we need to prevent them from shooting more volleys. Ashigaru charging forward, and the daimyo himself charging in as well. Oda Nobuhide! Yes! Beautiful charge there for Nobuhide. Oh my god, this one horse just took out like 6 guys. Jeez. I mean, look at this carnage here. The Yari Samurai fighting Ashigaru as well. We're likely going to win this. And if we look at the Ashikaga banners, they are wavering all around. A resounding victory outside of Kyoto to begin with. You can see these Yari Samurai are still holding on even though they're wavering, whereas these bow units are likely going to waver as well, as they are all rapidly retreating away from the city. We're going to chase them down with our daimyo to hopefully prevent them from regrouping or entering the city later. Let's see this bow samurai here. Oh, they're actually coming back to fight us. This will be interesting. Oh, look at that. Yes! Oh my god. Are they actually going to make it? Are they going to be able to escape? So many arrows. Oh, it's 2. How did he live all those arrows? How did he live that? I stand corrected. That is... wow. What a way to go. I mean, how many arrows are in that body, you think? Probably at least 30. God, what a legend. Alright, so at this point, what we're going to do is skip a bit more ahead. Again, offensive sieges, try to be meticulous, and poke and prod at certain weak points. In Kyoto, you can see that There's like 2 gates here, no archery tower here, so these edges or these corners are going to be very useful for us to exploit. And from this point, what we're going to do is use Ashigaru units here to destroy these gates and archery towers in certain areas that we want to assault. So right here, for instance, we want to get through this gate, so it's best to send the Ashigaru forward here, as again, all we have is Ashigaru. But even if you have some more elite units, it's better to send the weaker units forward to do this dirty work with the siege. Or again, if you have like siege units, then it doesn't matter, but in this case the Ashigaru are very useful. Yes, look at that, burning the gates very easily. Those fire bombs, excellent aim by the Oda Ashigaru there. And at this point we're also moving a small contingent to assault this section of the wall as well. They got the Ashikaga Shogun himself has come over here to assist with the defense. Maybe some of our Ashigaru units can kill them. I think I wasn't paying attention over on this side, and yeah, there's some Ashigaru units and more Ashikaga units coming over as well. And yep, tried to scale the walls over here as well, and it did not work. You can see that these Yari Samurai are going to defeat the Ashigaru scaling the walls. Definitely shouldn't have attempted to do this, but wanted to see if I could get a foothold here. I already have 7 casualties, and these Yari Samurai are going to assist, and that's not going to be good for us. Here we got the battle between 2 Ashigaru units. Hopefully we prevail here. However, at some point you'll see the Yari Samurai coming over this way and engaging in our flank. And if we look at the banner here, you can see that they're attacked in the flank. Even though there's like only 1 Yari Samurai unit that was over here attacking them in the flank. But because they got attacked in the flank, they lost lots of morale, and now they're broken, and it doesn't really matter at that point. So yeah, Ashigaru units are brittle when it comes to being attacked in the flank. And it looks like, again, I position my troops here so we can damage these gates and archery towers and possibly advance in through the east, as the south has been prepped for us to assault. You can see just these archers here hitting the Yari Samurai from the side. It's going to be very useful in the engagement. Also some arrows flying above overhead. And on the west side, we got an engagement going on. You can see the light cav rush forward to fight the Ashigaru, who actually made it inside the city. We got a foothold with a bow Ashigaru unit as well over there. And there's still some more action happening on this side. Again, trying to have the Ashikaga garrison defend every inch of Kyoto possible. So we have some troops scaling the walls here. Not another shame for display. Yep, it looks like they're going to rout here because they reinforced with lots of troops. These bow samurai actually, if we look at their stats here, they have 6 melee attack and 11 morale, so they're even going to be useful when they're not shooting their bows and just in melee. You can see this light cav actually is trying to flee the city of Kyoto through what appears to be a spear wall, so they're all just going to kill themselves and get skewered. Well, the Ashikaga are going to try to hold on to this gate as long as they can. On the other side, you can see that these actions proved disastrous once again. I did not learn my lesson and made another mistake with trying to scale the walls. This proved to be the end of 2 more of the Ashigaru units. You can see the Yari Samurai proving their worth here when it comes to defensive sieges and killing these Ashigaru units. Again, they have more morale, more melee defense, and more melee attack, so of course they're going to win the engagement. Only in Yari Wall can the Ashigaru truly prove their merits with the samurai. You can see the Shogun himself is in the fighting as well. Bodyguard fell to some arrow fire. These Ashigaru, though, are going to rout. We sent the general over here to inspire and rally these Ashigaru units who are bravely trying to take this eastern gate, and the fighting is close quarter and a very narrow entryway, but the Yari wall will prevail as we're going to push back these Yari Samurai. Again, we have the reach and they don't. But there's more Yari Samurai flooding in to assist. You can see that the morale is already relatively wavering. It was yellow and now it's turned back to green. They have the rapid advance going as well. And in the center, you can see that we are going to funnel in some troops through the southern gate. The Ashikaga don't have any defenders nearby, but there is a light cav unit rushing over. The Shogun himself is nearby along with some bow samurai. And here come the light cav. They're not actually going to charge, but they might get caught. Let's see. Yep, they got caught. Now they're going to be dragged into melee, and that's going to be much better for us. Again, this Yari wall kind of bugged out here. Bit of bad pathfinding. You can see this Yari wall, though, advancing against these Yari samurai who are charging. Looks like the Oda are going to hold that. Hopefully we hold at least there. Again, some more Ashigaru rushing into the fight to help. You can see the bow samurai actually went into melee here and tried to attack the Ashigaru unit right here from the flank. And the Shogun himself, I think, is moving over as well. Let's see, where is the Shogun? Oh yeah, the Shogun himself is right here, actually. Yes, in the fight, you can see the Ashikaga Shogun trying desperately to defend Kyoto, charging in at the southern gate where most of the fighting is happening. You can see these Ashigaru making short work of these Yari samurai. Again, the reach of the Yari Ashigaru stick is just too good. Arrows raining down, the Shogun's bodyguard falling around him. You can see they kind of regroup here to move out of the way of the arrow fire, and the bow samurai here not going to do much. The Yari samurai have retreated, and now they're being replaced by an Ashigaru unit that are charging in as well to defend. And the Shogun himself is over here, but he lacks the infantry support that he really needs. There's only a Yari samurai around him, and that's not going to be enough. You can see some light cav charging in, but the Shogun's bodyguards falling around him right now currently. You can see, I think the light cav are definitely going to waver as well. We got the Ashigaru here who are actually holding, but yeah, this Yari samurai is wavering. You can see the general, only 7 left in the bodyguard. The Ashikaga Shogun fighting desperately to the death to defend Kyoto in the face of the Ashigaru Oda horde. You can see most of the bodyguard have fallen there, and now the Shogun himself is right here. Let's see what he does. He's gonna try to make a run for it. The Shogun is gonna try to flee the city of Kyoto with some of his units. He's ran out of the gate. He's rushing through, cutting down Ashigaru on his way down. Will he be able to escape the city, or will he be stuck? This is not looking good for the Ashikaga Shogun. The Oda Daimyo has run. There's no Buhide right there. Did they swing swords? Oh, and the Ashikaga Shogun has fallen. Ashikaga Yoshiharu has been slain outside of the southern gates of Kyoto. And now the Bakufu is going to end. You can see that Oda troops have defeated the forces on this side. In the center, we're consolidating our forces, and our daimyo is going to lead a charge on this bow samurai as well. Oh my god, he flew like 30 feet. Jesus. Look at that carnage. Over on the eastern side, you can see this Yari Samurai actually holding off 3 Ashigaru units, taking some arrow fire though. Probably shooting our own men as well. Would be better to reposition these bows. Again, I'm a bit rusty, so the micro is not entirely all there. You can see here that this bow samurai is not going to hold. That initial charge definitely helped. Another shame for display being called out. That's not a good sign. I think we lost an Ashigaru unit over here. That's right, we got some reinforcements coming in. Another volley of arrows falling down upon them. And you can see the clash of spears happening. Yari Samurai desperately holding. They're fighting off 4 actual Ashigaru units. Again, would be nice to try to flank around and defeat them, but now they're starting to waver. Exhausted, concerned, and too many casualties. It's just not enough. They can't overcome the might of the Oda. Over here, more samurai units rushing out to defend the center of Kyoto here near the Buddha statue and shrine. You can see that we're holding here, but barely hanging on. Although the Ashigaru are proving their worth against the samurai, trying to funnel in some more troops. We got a lot of Oda forces outside here in the south that need to get inside the city as soon as possible. Again, I should have tried to concentrate a bit more with my forces. Regardless, we've won the center as well. You can see the fleeing Ashikaga samurai heading out of the city and likely going to be either butchered or captured by the Oda forces. And this Yari samurai is going to break. So all that remains is 1 single unit to defend the Tenshu of Kyoto. We have plenty of forces to throw at them. And yeah, we're sending Ashigaru first and sending some more units as well. At this point, the rest of the Oda forces are making it inside the city. We're going to have to check the casualties after the battle, but it's likely we sustained quite a heavy amount. You can see the bow Ashigaru are actually the first up here, and the Yari Samurai charging in. So the bow Ashigaru, some arrows flying overhead. You can see more Ashigaru scaling the walls. Will these samurai be able to hold out? will they be able to deal enough casualties and die valiantly defending the Tenshu and Kyoto? It's like the Bo Ashigaru are actually holding their own in the combat. It's pretty nice. You can see that they're inspired by their other numbers around them, and only a matter of time though before Kyoto is fully controlled by the Oda. My god, I love the Shogun 2 combat so much. Love watching these just one-on-one engagements happening. And this is why, again, Shogun 2 is just timeless. I'll always be playing it, and I'm never going to let this game die. Never, ever. Oh my god, we're shooting our own men here. Probably taking even more casualties. Where's the last remaining Yari Samurai? Looks like those have fallen right there. Are there any more? There's one left. Yes! Raising our Yaris and banners triumphantly as the Oda have taken Kyoto, and that is the battle. It was a close victory, and we probably took a lot of casualties. Let's go ahead and see those. The Siege of Kyoto ends with a Pyrrhic victory for the Oda clan, and it was a bloody affair. Again, I probably could have taken less casualties, which is why I said from the beginning of this run, just try to minimize your casualties, because I knew we would take a lot whenever we took Kyoto. But take Kyoto, we did. Just like in history, the clan to end the Ashikaga Shogunate is the Oda, just about 2 decades earlier. So let us go ahead and peacefully occupy Kyoto. And with Kyoto captured, this campaign comes to an end, and you can see it is the spring of 1548. If we go here and look at the records, spring 1548, we conquered Kyoto, and the turn number is 13. This was quite a fun campaign and challenge, and definitely playing as the Oda is always a joy for me. I hope you all found this video both entertaining and informative. This was my 5,000 subscriber special video, and I know I've been meaning to upload it for quite some time, as I've passed 5,000 subscribers just by a little bit. Thank you all for the amount of encouragement, support, and how much you all engage with the videos that I make. I truly love doing this. It's very difficult to make videos, but that's because I want to make the very best for you all. It's been really tough for me recently. I lost my dog, and with the recent videos I uploaded, I tried to keep busy, but it was a very tough loss. So I want to dedicate this video to my dog, who I love a lot. And I say this with tears because he lived a very long life, and he made me very happy. I'll always love him and cherish the many memories I have with him. And I'll know that he'll always be watching over me and proud of all the work that I put into this channel and put into the videos. Thank you all so much for watching. Take care.